How can I express love to my husband? Because seems like he's always complaining that I am not expressing my love. And this was a very good question, because the way we feel love towards ourselves from men and the way men feel love from us, it's completely two different things, my friends. The way men want to feel loved is through admiration. From admiration, men really feel respected and loved. There's four others, but right now I want to go over the first one that I see 99% of the women are missing in their relationship. How can you admire a man? First of all, have you ever seen a man walking around and sharing how smart he is, how good looking he is, and how strong he is? He has a six-pack and biceps and triceps. It's kind of looking weird when he is walking around and talking about himself, how cool and amazing he is. This is showing the lack of admiration from his wife or his girlfriend. And when men are hungry for admiration, they start to brag about themselves in front of others. But this admiration can only go from a people who are in his family, basically his wife or his girlfriend. And when a man is hungry for that admiration, consciously or unconsciously, he gonna start looking for admiration elsewhere. Because, for example, the way a wife greets a husband is like not a big deal. But the way the lover is greeting a man, she has makeup, beautiful dress, her nails are done, her lipstick is on, she smells good, and she looks at him and she smiles and she cannot wait to make love to him, to talk to him, to do something together with him. But the way wife or girlfriend who've been dating this man for a long time looks at him, is like, oh, you again, kind of, right? No spark in her eyes, no admiration. As a man feels love through that admiration, a woman has to show her love to her man. Otherwise, if you're saying, I love you, I respect you, it's a lie if you're not expressing admiration, because through admiration, a man feels love. Because again, imagine that a man has a great sense of humor. He can make 50 women laugh, but when you are laughing at his jokes, he feels really special, that he is really funny, and this joke is the best joke ever. But again, if a man starts to walk around and waits and gets this admiration from elsewhere and he's really hungry from it at home, please know it's a big red flag that, again, a man gonna sooner or later start searching for someone where he can get this admiration, because all of the gyms are full of men. Why do you think they're working out? Do you think they want to look good for himself? They do it for us. Why is he working hard and bringing all of this money home and buys you the gift or buys you the car? Or why is he getting the loan to get you a home? It's all for us, ladies. Everything, men are driven to succeed in life for us. And if you're not admiring for things that he is achieving, he's gonna start losing this motivation, inspiration to do more things. So this admiration is the key to a healthy and happy relationship with your man. So hearts back to you. Thank you, my friends. What else men need in a relationship with a woman so he feels truly your love? Otherwise, talking about it, especially for men, is very cheap. You need to show also your action, right? This is a number one thing men are really lacking in a relationship right now that I see across the board everywhere. They're just hungry, constantly bragging about themselves. I know, oh, he's not getting that at home. Number two, appreciation. Really, we both need it, both men and women. But we're talking right now about men. If a man doesn't feel appreciated for what he does, his desire to continue, whether it's paying bills, helping you to cook or clean, or help you pick up kids, or get a nail on the wall so you can hang up the picture, or whatever that he does, cutting the grass, cleaning and blowing the leaves outside. If you're not appreciating him, he will lose motivation to do things. And usually appreciation, women thinks, thank you, honey. That's not appreciations, my friends, ladies. It is not. Men really has to feel appreciation when you rub his shoulder and say, honey, you are so awesome. What will I do without you? I don't know how to cut the grass. I don't know how to blow leaves. I have so much things going on, and thanks to you, things are so clean outside and beautiful. Thanks to you, bills are paid. We have electricity. I made us the dinner because you are taking care of us. You really appreciate him. So he feels like, oh, she values me. She really values me. Just thank you. It's the thank you and please is so overused in our language that it doesn't really land in our ears. And the same way, if a woman cooks a dinner and man says, oh, thanks, hon, she doesn't feel like all of the 2-hour cooking that she did, she's not valued, she's not appreciated. So the same way, and the scenario I want to share with you, imagine you're dating a new guy and you decided after 6 months of dating to cook him a dinner. And this is the first time you're going to invite him over to your house, hypothetically. And you went to Whole Foods. You got all of the vegetables, wine, bread, everything. And now you start cooking, looking at the recipe. You took 2 or 3 hours to prepare. Then you did the candlelight, flowers. Now he comes, he eats. And as he's eating, he's smiling. He said, this is the best dinner I've ever had. This is so delicious. How did you prepare this asparagus and this potato? And how did you prepare this chicken? What kind of spices in it? And as he's eating, he's making even the sound and saying, so delicious. Wouldn't you want to cook to him again? I bet you would. Because he took his time to really admire everything you prepared. Now, you're dating the same guy. A month later, you're inviting him for dinner again. You cook the same dinner. You took again 2 or 3 hours by shopping and cooking, and he ate and he said, thanks, hon, let's go watch a movie. And you took 3 hours to do this. Would you want to cook the same dinner that took you 3 hours? I bet not. The same thing with man. He took his time to blow leaves and cut the grass that took him 2, 3, or 4 hours. And if you're just saying, thanks, hon, it's not gonna do it. And if he's paying for electricity and gas and all your other bills and you're saying, thanks, hon, it's not gonna do it. We really gotta take time to acknowledge and appreciate our man. If you would want him to continue doing whatever he's doing, because a lot of times we're concentrating what you don't like about your man. And I tell you, if you want a man to continue doing what you like, start appreciating what he already does. And if you're just concentrating on what he doesn't do and what you don't like, by telling him, stop doing this, can you help me? Give me money. I need money for vacation. I need money for this. And as you're complaining, he's gonna continue doing the same thing what you don't like because you're complaining about it. So the recipe to help your man to elevate, to change, to see the changes that you want to see in him, you just gotta appreciate whatever he's already doing. Ladies, this is the key. So thank you for the hearts, and let me see if you have any questions. If not, I'm just gonna continue. I need to move away for my job with my provider husband. Is it bad to make us move for my job as a woman? Yes, it's a recipe for the disaster. Yeah, because what you're saying, that your job is so important that he has to now quit his job so you guys can move to another state or country or city. First of all of the moves that you make for a career, it's extremely stressful. It's just an illusion that you now are going to be making $20,000 or $30,000 or $40,000 more. You miss the community that you already have. Hopefully you have the community of friends or family. You already have a hairdresser here, a doctor, a nail specialist. You already have a community in the town where you are. And now, because the money is so important, you're sending the message to yourself, to your partner, that the job is more important. For a man to move to another city and country, for you, it's, oh wow, how can I explain it? It's like going to a war without a weapon. It's like that. Women are very malleable. We're open to changes, to move to another country, to move to another city. very easy for us. But for a man to move to another city, you're basically asking him to, again, to go to war without a weapon. He doesn't know how to shoot, he doesn't have a weapon, and he needs to go to a war. It's a recipe for a disaster. If a man moves for his job, that's a different story. It's, again, difficult for a woman as well if she has a community, friends, and family. But it is much easier for her to adjust. But for a man to adjust, this is going to be very hard. I highly recommend for you to just drop the idea about your new job and stick around with your job, or get a raise, or find another job in your town or your city. But don't make your man move, because again, even if he agrees, you're already also sending a message, I'm going to be a provider because my job is really important. And are you willing to be a provider? Are you willing to take responsibility for your household? Don't do this mistake. Absolutely not. Your family comes first. I didn't cover the all 5 points. I am dating now, but how to handle the insecurity of the man. That's why you're dating. No one is perfect. We are attracting a partner who is the reflection of us. I don't mean that you're feminine, you're gonna attract a feminine man. If you're feminine, you're attracting the masculine man. If you have insecurities, you're gonna attract men with insecurity. Not the same insecurity, but a different insecurity. And that's why the dating process are for. If you can live with his insecurities, absolutely continue date him. But if you see that you cannot live with his insecurities, then why are you gonna continue dating? And that's why I always share, my friends, don't jump into sexual intimacy with a man until you really get to know him. Because now, if you're sleeping with this guy, but you see he's insecure, he's jealous, his income is very low, every time you go to a restaurant you have to do 50-50 or even pay for his dinner, why would you want to be in a relationship with a man like this? But if you're not sleeping with him and you've been just dating him 2 or 3 or 4 months and you see all of these red flags, you're dating other men and you can move on. And when I say date men, it doesn't mean sleeping with a man. You're just literally just dating them, getting to know them. And so I don't know what kind of insecurity he has. But if it is for you a really such a big deal with whatever he is dealing with and whatever that you don't like, you can move on. And it will be easy for you to move on if you haven't been attached to him. And how a woman gets attached to a man is when she has sexual intimacy. So I hope you haven't been intimate with him.